Change has come. It's at the door. Everything that was true isn't true anymore. In our hands is a broken crown, and the wars that we lose mean freedom now. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Let's dance into battle, start a revolution, turn the heartbreak into evolution. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, from the ashes. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Keep marching on. 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 Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again.
The plan for living life, playing the game of life. Rules to the game of life. You will receive a body. You will learn lessons. There are no mistakes, only lessons. A lesson will be repeated until it is learned. Learning lessons does not end. There is no better than here. Others are merely mirrors of you. What you make of your life is up to you. Life is exactly what you think it is. Your answers lie inside you. You will forget all of this. You can remember it whenever you want. Mastering ourselves, being our best selves. My power, my control. Mind, body, soul, which is thoughts, wills, the things you say, and emotions. Principles: learn, grow, teach, help. Foundation: love, health, wealth, happiness. Rules: respectful, safe, responsible. Being a champion, one day at a time. Having accountability, accept responsibility for actions and performance. Culture, living our values, mastering ourselves, body, mind, soul. Excellence, being our best selves by efficiency and productivity. Leveling up in life, showing up for yourself, focus on yourself, core values, decisions, goals, and behavior. Live by, no excuses, take ownership, empower yourself to do better and be more for you. Many are here to help us be the best version of ourselves through learning and development. 2, I'm willing to do the work and you are willing to do the work. The first step to empowering you is creating a structure that helps you eliminate excuses through clarity of responsibility and process. Being a champion to create winning is by having a desire to be the best version of yourself and empowering you to do so daily. Having a better world that is a champion world is that it takes all of us. Everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, which is inside of us all and all around us. What is your energy? Low vibration or high vibration? Low vibration. Empathy, victim, helplessness, blame, negative self-talk, worry, hatred, anger, fear. High vibration. Hopefulness, courage, acceptance, happiness, self-love, gratitude, positive self-talk, trust, knowledge, abundance, forgiveness, unconditional love. Mastering ourselves. Lust, intense desire or craving, greed, excessive selfish desire. Gluttony, excessive consumption. Pride, excessive self-importance. Sloth, laziness, empathy. Envy, desiring what someone else has. Wrath, extreme anger. The unseen laws, spiritual laws you must respect. Core unseen laws. Law of reciprocity, which what you send out, energy, thoughts, actions, returns amplified. Law of authority. Spirits only respect those who know who they are. If you're confused, they dominate. Law of resonance. You attract what matches your vibration. Purity equals clear outcomes. Law of timing. Some doors open only in divine timing. Forcing it equals punishment or delay. Law of spiritual debt. Every lie, scam, or shortcut leaves a karmic invoice until it's paid by pain or repentance. It blocks flow. Law of access. Sharing sacred things with unworthy people gives dark forces access to you. Guard your spiritual intimacy. Law of sacred exchange. Don't ask for something from spirit world without giving something. Prayers, food, fire, service, truth. Law of hidden eyes. Even when no one is watching, you are seen. All thoughts and deeds echo in the spirit realms. Everyone will get exactly what they choose. 3D earth. Fear, division, anger, control, hate, AI. 5D earth. Love, unity, peace, freedom, healing, consciousness. This is the great awakening. I don't think people realize how much strength it takes to pull your own self out of a dark place mentally. If you did that today or any day, I'm proud of you. Welcome, I'm Alisha Quinn, and today we are going to be talking about idolizing. Idolizing is a very interesting thing to truly give some thought to. But I'm here for a change. I am the change and I am changing. And because I've changed, I have collapsed timelines. I have put away old versions of Alisha, and I am transcending these energies, mastering the flesh that I have here to master. Because truly, that is what I have come to learn, is that it's about mastering the flesh, the body, the mind, and the soul. And that is what I am here for. I am here for change and new beginnings. New beginnings. That's really it right there. But, as I went through my awakening journey, and you really take a look at things, this, what we will say the conspiracy route that I went on, and how all these people that we looked up to are satanic pedophiles. That does something to our idolizing, doesn't it? To say the least. I used to have a big thing for New Kids on the Block, right? And then it's kind of like, there were, some things with them about, way back when, about having, girls in their hotel room that were underage. There were some articles about it, you know. Oral sex was mentioned. That's how I found out about what oral sex was. So it just makes it very interesting to really think about idolizing and talk about it. And even when I became a Christian and got involved in the church, I still had this big thing for New Kids on the Block. What about when it comes to fantasizing about superstars? There's something to think about, you know? I know some people make these little deals like, oh, if I ever got a chance with Kevin Costner or something like that, like I get a free pass. It makes it very interesting to truly think about idolizing and maybe having to be put in a position, put in a road to help you knock it off, makes it interesting to really go down that road of idolizing. And if that you have to put a stop to it. Who's going to stop you from idolizing someone? And what truly is idolizing someone? How far are we taking idolizing on this journey? And so we're going to look at the definition here about idolizing, and then we will continue. All right, idolize, to admire and respect someone very much, often too much. And there's a thing here that says she idolized her father. So to admire someone or something. Admire. I've always admired her for her generous spirit. Respect. I respect her for what she has achieved, but I would have approached it very differently. Think highly of. Everyone thinks highly of him. Hold someone in high esteem. Her colleagues in Washington hold her in very high esteem. Hold someone in high regard. He contributed much to the life of York and was held in high regard there. Look up to. She was my older sister, and I looked up to her. So to admire someone, have high regard for someone, I think that we do that a lot. Even putting places above us. How about the church? Then our own safety. And then there comes to putting yourself in high regard. Money. What about Jesus Christ? I know that one stings. And that's what I truly came to realize, that I had a huge idolizing problem. My thoughts, right here, giving my thoughts away. New Kids on the Block, Jesus Christ, the church, the people in the church, my family. When we come down to the fact that we are a piece of the divine spirit, a soul, the I am, right here, I am, and each one of us has that I am, and we are concerned about what other people think, afraid to do something in our life on our journey that we would love to do. I truly came to realize that I had a huge idolizing problem. A lot of fascinating problems. And I was the only one who could stop that. I mean, all the time and energy that I gave to the church and putting the church above everything, including the safety, the welfare of me and my children, and what other people would even think of me. It is a rude awakening to wake up to the satanic pedophile world, but it's just a timeline. And that's the truth. So there is timelines beyond that. And I've come to that point to discover that I'm here having this experience as this divine being. And even if someone calls me a bitch, sometimes we take ourselves and put ourselves in too much of a high regard and too much. We truly do. When we take things too serious, idolizing our stuff. People talk about, oh, animals, people put so many things above themselves and they're attached to it to get the love from it or to love it. And truly that Christ, that God, that spirit is within us. It's within us. And truly what I have come to discover is coming back right here, right here. That is me. That is me experiencing self here. And not to take this too serious. Things happen. All of a sudden you gotta, you know, um, I just read a thing of a woman who fell down and hurt her face. It's part of the human experience sometimes. And when we hold things in such importance, sometimes God has a way of putting things in a better perspective for us. And so I truly came to find that I had an idolizing problem, and going down that satanic pedophile road, really helped to take care of that. So how do I move beyond it, the idolizing? Because like I said, there is a timeline beyond that, because reality bends. It bends to us. It does bend to us. And so what I have come to truly discover is that the ego mind likes to create all these things for us. Oh, things are bad, and the world's against us, and these type of things. But when you start to raise up that consciousness, that is all consciousness, it's all creation based on our thoughts. See, there's a level of people are those divine beings having the human experience, consciousness. That is Oprah really a satanic pedophile? Or is that just a story that was created because we are the creators? Because coming up to a different level of consciousness that I have truly come to discover, which is more of the truth, that everyone is here having their experiences, and that everybody has the flesh to master. Now, are there people who are doing stuff? Well, the eye of the beholder. That's truly what it is. And my view of things is just my own perspective and what I've come to discover on my own journey, that people don't have to agree with everything I say or how I see things, because everyone has their own perspectives of things. And I have seen how when I change from within, things out here do change. And when you come up to that level of consciousness to find that inner peace, that inner happiness, that unconditional love, no conditions on loving someone, including yourself. Don't we put conditions on ourselves? And that's some of the things to stop right there, to work on. And I've really come to that level to see things that like Oprah, and I'm just using her as an example, has endorsed for spirituality stuff on that higher consciousness. Like, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Walking on fire. Because, see, mastering those fears, our own fears, mastering ourselves, mastering our emotions of things, having self-control and self-discipline. And truly, that's where some of the idolizing comes in, when you do not master that flesh. You're in all your desires and stuff. No, I can do whatever I want. And so truly, that's what I come to find about idolizing and things, and that I was the only one who could stop it. So, did we create a story so that we could stop our idolizing BS, putting everyone and everything above us? Politics, Hollywood, sports. We have to come to that point to master our flesh and not put these things above us, and then not take stuff so seriously when it comes at us either. Because truly, Alisha doesn't exist. It's just an expression of the divine, along with anyone else. And we can only see in them what we see in ourselves. And so it's all energy. It's all energy of those thoughts. And am I going to let those thoughts rule over me? Or do I observe them and say, yeah, I don't buy into that. I don't believe in that. Idolizing Jesus Christ. Now that's one right there. That you think you're doing all this stuff, but Jesus Christ was only he was no different than me. He was no different than you. He was just an expression of God who had found that I am within himself to master his flesh, master those desires, the fleshly desires, to master his emotions, to master his body, master his mind, and co-create, being one with the divine and co-creating reality. And that is what made him so powerful or miraculous. But he did it, and we all have the power to do it as well. Coming back to ourselves, being present, being in the moment, not putting our worries and concerns, our these people, places, and things above us, giving it all our thoughts and concerns. Like when I go to the store exists. But when I leave the store, it doesn't exist. Why give it my thoughts? Why? That's not where I'm at. And really, that I've spent a lot of time in my journey worried over money, not having enough. And you put your thoughts and your concerns all on this stuff instead of being present, being here, and how am I experiencing this human experience? Am I being my highest self? That higher self, that divine self? Am I treating this body how the divine would treat it? It's very interesting because part of what the church says is that Jesus Christ was sinless and he never had sexual relationships or whatever. Who knows if it's true or not? And I'm not here to debate that whatsoever. But how he did it or does it, and anyone can do it, is mastering that flesh. Like you take the ownership and accountability over it and over your mind and over your thoughts. And he even said that if you even think you've done something with someone, you have already done it. Because there's a timeline that exists where you have. And so, truly, there's a lot for us to idolize and put above ourselves. The physical. That's what it really comes down to, is the physical. People, places, and things. I've seen many people, and I've done it myself, put this thing right here above getting the rest that we need. And really coming back to working on having a healthy mind and body and spirit, that we have to take that ownership, that power back, and nobody is going to do it for us. I truly know that that was what Jesus Christ, Yeshua, taught, was to master yourself and find that I am within us, that kingdom within us. And when you get to pain and suffering, I mean, people put that really above anything else when they are in those energies. So we're going to go ahead and ask a few questions about idolizing. What does idolizing someone mean? To admire, revere, or love them to an excessive, often unrealistic degree, treating them as flawless or godlike, similar to worshiping an idol. Yes. So I would say from that, I do believe that there were flaws within Christ and that people have idolized him to make him flawless, but he was having a human experience. And part of having the human experience is not about being perfect, is about acceptance at times and mastery. And so, is idolizing someone bad? Idolizing someone is generally considered unhealthy. What are examples of idolatry today? The pursuit of material wealth, materialism, obsession with appearance, celebrity worship, addiction to technology, social media, political ideology, and prioritizing career or comfort over personal integrity and relationships. What are the signs of idolatry? Prioritizing careers, relationships, money, or comfort over spiritual life. Feeling excessive anger, despair when losing a thing, and finding supreme joy or security in something other than God. So, really, my conclusion is that I had an idolatry problem, idolizing every single thing that I could besides truly going within me and connecting with the Spirit, with God, with Source, and putting all those things above me. Even that survival mode. And then you work all the time because you're in survival mode. And that is not the Christ energy. That is not a God energy. And so when we level up and grow up to take that responsibility and accountability for our souls, for our spirits, for our flesh, the body. And it doesn't mean, yes, should we clean this body? Yes, we should clean our bodies to love it. But sometimes we can get excessive with certain things, like the appearance, like it was mentioned. And so, really having this balance, and we truly have to find it within ourselves. Of, am I obsessing about how I look all the time? Or am I obsessing about what someone out here is doing somewhere? That includes government, dethrone the king. There's a place to dethrone the king, and it's called right here because they only have the power that we give to them. That's it. They cannot do anything more than what we allow them to right here. And that is the truth. And so be careful what you ask for. When you ask for strength, well, you're going to be tested. You're going to be put in certain things to get you to that point. And so, but being self-aware and holding yourself to that reverence, that divine reverence, that I'm just this soul, part of the divine, having this experience. And that if you call me a bitch, there's nothing for me to do to beat your ass down. You know, silence can be powerful, and no one can treat us any better than what we treat ourselves, and that's the truth. And so, we have to take that individual road of, am I giving my power away? Am I giving everything away instead of having this energy within myself to truly live and be that divine being? Putting relationships above others. So there's a lot for us to be truly attached to when it comes to the physical realm, including our own bodies, And when we get past the fact that we've had other bodies before, and that if we go into another experience that, I mean, who knows the possibilities, but I believe that there are other types of experiences to have. And I know I've lived in other worlds, and I do not believe that it was having a human experience. So even being to that point of the ideologies and the belief systems that when you have a reoccurrence of certain things that you keep on shutting down because you have put some belief system and ideologies above the truth, above what the divine spirit is trying to show you. And I see those things happen my own self when the Mormon boys knocked at my door and I told them that Christ is within and the kingdom of God is within. But see, people end up being stuck, idolizing their ideologies, their belief systems, even. And so, but it's not, it's not just one thing. We have so many things that people fall into that trap of idolizing and even, you know, having the comfort instead of the integrity, having relationships, putting others' needs before your own, you know? Those things are some things to truly think about when, somebody wants you to go out, but you need to get some rest. And so we all have that personal thing to bear. We all have to take a look at it and become self-aware of what am I giving my thoughts to? What unhealthy habits do I have? Am I living this way that the divine being would have? Am I putting things over my spiritual life? And so, and the separateness, coming down to this point that we all are one and we all are having their own experience. And truly, when I came to looking at my kids and being shown that I had former lives, I have had previous lives on this planet, even, and truly coming to that my kids have had previous lives. They've been adults before in former lives, that I'm not above them. So how do we take it where it's an even ground? And for me, that has been that they are my teachers and my helpers. And I am their teacher and helper. That I have my own lessons to learn for where I'm at, and they have their own lessons to learn from where they're at. And, I've, seen some stuff still here and there. If I go on Facebook occasionally, I'll see stuff on the New Kids on the Block. And it's not ever going to be like it once was. I changed too much. But the thing is that they are only, and anyone else, Oprah, Donald Trump, anyone else, they are only having a human experience. And that's it. And they're not flawless. That they have their own stuff to deal with. And has this consciousness taken over of, not holding people accountable and responsible? Yeah. The church does it. You could just use Jesus Christ for it. But the thing is that God law is that you are accountable for your actions, for your energies that you put out, and you are not a victim of what is happening. And so we have the power or the choice to take back that power unto ourselves as that divine experiencing itself in this expression. And you have your own expression. My son, he has his own expression as the divine experiences, right? So does my daughter. And this is just how this game works, truly. And we learn and we grow from each other. And as I change in here, this will change out here. Because if I'm putting out the energy of being irritated or angry or whatever, guess what happens? You end up where something happens to have you irritated and angry again. And so your soul, are you letting those things rule over you, your emotions rule over you, or are you ruling over your emotions? And so I think that's where it really comes down to, is experiencing this journey as the divine and co-creating the experience that we want to have, being that person that the divine would have us to be. And who is that? Because only you can answer that for you and your experience. So take what you can, learn and grow and transcend the energies, transcend them, come back to yourself, be here, let go of the past, let go of the future, and be like that bird that goes into the unknown, that trusting the divine instead of fighting against the current, going with the flow of life. And when we master ourselves, and it's like, okay, why would I go through this? And then we can go to the next, okay, this is for me to learn something, maybe a subconscious programming that we have, maybe something that we need to let go of. And so that's what I've truly come to find. But we're here for this change. We are the change, and we change out here, the physical realm, because reality bends to us and our assumptions. And we are the rulers. We are the rulers of this world, of our own realities and our own experiences, that we can reprogram ourselves and have the experience in the world that we want to have within us. So I'm grateful for just learning and growing, letting go of all those people, places, and things that I've let go of, and going with the flow of life, being here, being in the moment, not fronting over whatever is going on out there, because it has nothing to do with me. I'm here in this moment, living peace, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for anyone who is listening and learning and growing from me, not idolizing me, because I am not flawless. Neither are you. So face yourself. And if you want any help with healing and breaking some of those cycles, taking your power back to yourself, you can reach out to me. My links and my email will be in the bio. So enjoy your day, enjoy your life, because it is yours. You are the ruler over it, and you get to experience that divine self in an expression of you, good or bad. So love it. We're going to play this song called Your Idol. Very fitting for this one. I found it. So enjoy. Love you.
Most people don't realize this, but we're not all living in the same reality. We're all walking this earth, but we're living in different dimensions. When you're in the lower dimensions, you believe in a God outside of you. You say things like, "Thank you, Jesus," and "Thank you, God," up there. And that's okay, because that's the level you're at. It's part of the journey. But when you go through a Kundalini awakening, when your spirit truly begins to rise, something shifts. You don't just believe in Christ, you become aware of the Christ within you. You stop thanking something outside of you. and you begin to awaken to the power that was always inside you. Christ consciousness isn't about religion. It's a frequency, a higher awareness. It's when you realize God lives in you. You see, people argue because they live in different dimensions, and they don't understand each other. Some still live in the 3D where everything is fear, control, separation. You're over here trying to speak light, truth, oneness, and they look at you like you're crazy. That's because you're not speaking the same language of consciousness. When you awaken, you rise. You begin to see the world through God's eyes, not man's. And that's why we say not everyone will get you. Not everyone is supposed to, because not everyone has risen yet. But your job is not to prove it, your job is to live it. Let your vibration speak louder than your voice. Thank you for following us at Awakening the Empaths, where truth is spoken without fear.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, 끝없이 in your head. Anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be a sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. I won't argue more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Now I'm on a chair, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Now we running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'm a big your idol. Reaching on the fame, cancel what you, I'm your idol. Thank you for the pain, cause it got me going viral. Yeah, 나지 않는 fever, making you a believer. 나를 위해 넌 존재하는 idol. Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight. Your obsession feels like an addiction. 이 순간, give me all your attention. You know I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. Now I'm on a chair, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Now we running wild. Yeah, I'm all you need, I'm a big your idol. Be your idol. Living in your mind now. Too late, cause you're mine now. I will make you pay when you're all a part of me. Preach it to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. Watch me set your world on fire. Never on a chair, you can't look away. No one is coming to save you. Now we running wild. You're down on your knees, I'm a big your idol.
You ain't got a chance. Trying to go to war with the champ. Trying to go back, but you can't. Now it's only one king, I'm the man. Anybody wanna step to the plate? Better go and get one thing straight. I don't freeze and I won't hesitate. Matter of fact, y'all been running in place, can't run from your fate. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? so electrical, charged up, shocking every second like a billion volts. Now we hyperactive, you don't want no static. I was born for battle, finger on the pulse. Y'all paper plastic while I go Jurassic. So far from average, running with the raptors like a slay Goliath, steady moving silence. So in other words, I am the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I am the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I just look at the world, such a sight to behold. Most of the stories will never get told. Been on my own for so long, I don't know what else to do, pray I don't lose my soul. Walking through fire till I'm numb to the coast. Coming for everything, diamonds and gold. Nothing to lose, all in my control. And I'm about to go savage, so don't say I won't. And I'm destined for greatness. Ain't no fabrication, ain't no time for waiting. Super fundamental, I can see them hating. Ain't a scrimmage, steady winning. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. Been in motion, this is physics. Never slowing, never getting winded. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. And I got a one to really find slipping in. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me?